On today's ChurchTechCast.com screencast show, faking the recorded output in ProPresenter 5. Hi, and welcome again to another episode of the ChurchTechCast.com screencast show. This is the show where every week I help you by showing you some tips and tricks on some of the software we use in the church. My name is Paul Allen Clifford. I'm your host. I'd love for you to ask your questions, by the way, so just do that below the video. If you'd prefer to drop me a line on email, that's okay too. Paul@trinitydigitalmedia.com. You can always hit me up on Twitter as well. Paul Allen Cliff, that's PaulAlanclif. So one of the cool new features that may not be immediately apparent as to why you would need this is the ability to either export the presentation as pictures, as stills, or to record the screen output. Now you might be wondering, well, why would I ever use this? Well, what if you needed to cut together the recorded output of a camera and what was on the screen? Well, you can do that. What if everything worked perfectly? You've got a recorded output from the video switcher and it's great, except you missed that one slide that's kind of important to the morning. So how do you deal with that? Well, you take your recorded output or you take the exported slide from ProPresenter, either way, and you will then put that into your editor and fix it. So it's pretty straightforward, but how do you get the recorded output if you've got ProPresenter 5, not ProPresenter 6? Well, let's head over to my computer and we'll take a look. So here we are in ProPresenter, and you might be thinking, well, in ProPresenter 6 I go to File, Export, and there would be a choice to export the presentation as something that's usable in my video editor, but it's not here. That's true. You've got to go outside of ProPresenter to do that. And for recording the screen, what we're going to do is I'm going to go, I've already got this up. Well, I thought I had it up. So apparently I just need to launch it. So we need to get into QuickTime Player. Now, QuickTime Player for this purpose isn't as full-featured as what I'm using here. And I actually hope that this doesn't gack up my computer because I'm trying to do a couple of things here. So here, let's just click Done. And what we want to do is we want to go to File, New Screen Recording. Now, you'll see that when I do that, this comes up, and that's all fine and good, but you might be wondering how you choose the screen. Well, what you do is you click here, and it gives you some instructions. Click to record the full screen, drag to record part of the screen, end recording by clicking the stop button in the menu bar, which is going to be up here. So I don't want to record this screen. What I need to do is, first I need to make sure that in the preferences, display on topmost layer is unchecked. I might be remembering what it's called a little not totally correctly. But then what I need to do is I need to move my mouse onto my main screen, which is the one that looks like this. In this case, that's to the right here, over off here. So you'll see this disappear, but I'm going to cut in the final recording here. So here we see the this message. You'll notice that I'm using the demo version here at home because this isn't my church's version. This is just what I use. So the ProPresenter 5 logo is here during the recording, and that's perfectly acceptable for what we're doing here. So I'm going to click here, and this is going to record this screen. So I click on that, and now that that's disappeared, it's recording on this screen. So I'm going to go back to the other screen, and I'm just going to make some changes just so that you can see that it's doing what it needs to do. So, and clear all. Now I'm going to go up to the screen here and click stop. So when I do that, QuickTime Player will show the final video, and now you can see it here and see that it did in fact do the stuff that we needed to do. Okay, so what we would do is we would just save that out. But what if all you need is a static slide? Well, that's actually overkill for a static slide. So what I'm going to do is another trick that you can do in the Mac. On Windows, this is the print screen button, and that basically copies the screen into the clipboard. Then you need to paste it into an editor. It's a big raucous thing. Probably the easiest way to do this is Command-Shift-3. Command-Shift-3 will take a screenshot of all the screens. So when we do that, now I believe if I minimize this, you'll see that I got some screenshots, and I've got 3. Now I happen to know that 1 tends to be my stage display, so let's see if that's true. Oh, no, that's actually my control screen. That is my main screen, that's number 2, and number 3 is my stage display. So if I needed the pastor to have this, if I needed to cut this in, I could absolutely use this for that purpose. So that makes it quick and easy and just a good way to make this work. Well, I hope that helped you. You can see that this is a useful feature when you need it. Now, when you don't need it, you're probably thinking, well, I'll never use that. But just file this away in the back of your brain, because there will be a time where the pastor will go, oh, that was perfect, except you missed that one slide. Can you fix that? You can now say yes. If you find this content helpful, why not sign up for my email newsletter by going to trinitydigitalmedia.com/gifts, GIFTS. There I have a bunch of cool church tech gifts for you, and a free subscription to my email newsletter where I'll give you even more tips and tricks, and I'll help you learn some of the things that are coming around the bend from trinitydigitalmedia.com. Till next time, go out and change eternity. This is Paul Allen Clifford with trinitydigitalmedia.com.